This is a match breakdown I had against Orlando Sanchez. We competed against each other as blue belts before he went on to be ADCC champ in 2015 in Brazil. He won the super heavyweight division on this day, and we faced in the open class division. So you're going to see me come out and pull a half guard here. My main game for blue belt was deep half guard. Pull deep half guard, put the guy in my position, look to sweep or take the back. Now what I'm trying to do here is get Orlando's right leg extended and get him to post on his left knee. So watch again. Don't waste any time. Crappy half guard pull, come right out, and see how I'm trying to get underneath Orlando. It's a lot of leg fighting here. He's based out with his hand on the mat. Now it's good anytime you can force your opponent's hands to the floor because it means their hands aren't on you. And see, you're going to see how he's up on his right foot, down on his left knee. This means I'm into my position here. And you're going to see me try to poke my head out the back door here. See how I'm kind of fighting for that lapel grip? Once I get that lapel grip, I'm looking to get Orlando's butt to the mat here. And now from this position, I can start to get up on my elbow, get up to my knee, and start to climb up behind him and take the back. It's one of my strongest moves at blue belt. So if you see me going forward here, I can remember in the match thinking like, wow, I'm actually really going to get the back here. And I just about get it here. Not quite enough to secure the points because I'm kind of hanging off. Here, my problem here is that my hips aren't squared up to his hips. I should have my hips right over his hips. Now he kind of shifted around and made me start to fall off. And this is kind of the make or break moment of the match. I get caught between kind of a triangle armbar. And I don't think I really realized until Orlando got on top how kind of solid and strong that he really is. So that was a real good opportunity to try to take the back control. But Orlando was able to secure wrists and able to find his way out. See, from bottom position now, I'm going to mainly look to probably throw submissions at him. Here, see I'm getting a hand deep inside the collar. Looking for a deep cross choke here. I feel like I had a pretty good bite on this, but I can't even remember in the moment. Orlando was just not even really respecting it. Like it just was not enough to choke him. I just didn't have enough force behind it. See how he's still trying to pass. Doesn't even care that he's getting choked. So he's trying to stack me up. A lot of this match is me just trying to defend my guard. So I believe I would have had an advantage for the near back take. And then Orlando gets a couple advantages for some near pass attempts. See how I'm trying to come over top with that top leg. He briefly gets me into a knee on belly pin here. I recovered the foot, but I think they gave him the points for the knee on belly. There, you can see it was 2-0. So now Orlando's still trying to pass. I recovered the half guard. And what I don't want here is Orlando to flatten me out here. That would be bad news. So you see how I'm trying to protect that inside space. I'm using my right hand on the bicep, but he's kind of slowly grinding me out, looking to make himself heavy, looking to pin me down on top. This is why if you're a blue belt or a white belt or really any belt and you're in competition, you really got to take advantage of your opportunities and try to really get to your position. Right now, I'm not in my position. I'm just in a regular half guard and just fighting off pressure. It's not really where I want to be. You can see my face. I hate this. So what I got to try to do is get underneath for a deep half guard here. That was basically my whole arsenal for this particular event. But it can be tough to do, especially if you have a much bigger opponent on top. And I think that's a reason why I changed my strategy a little bit. I still enjoy playing half guard, but I'm not a specific deep half guard player anymore. I can play a lot of different open guards, and I feel like that's just kind of more productive. Because in half guard, you're often forced to carry your partner's weight. And if you're dealing with someone much bigger than you, it can be really exhausting. Also, remember, if you're a bottom half guard, generally you don't ever want your back pinned to the floor. So see how Orlando's past my left knee? That's not good. I got to try to recover that position. I'm trying to kind of pull him up a little bit. This would be a great time to use the lockdown, but I just don't think it was really in my toolbox at the time. See, now I'm able to get that left knee in at his hip. Now I can kind of monitor the distance a little bit better, can frame up and get him back into close guard. But at this point, the scoreboard's 2-0 in favor of Orlando. So really all the pressure's on me to make something happen. Blue belt matches at IBJJF are only 6 minutes long. So that's not a whole lot of time to work, especially in my situation where I missed my opportunity getting on the back or scoring a sweep. He was able to burn some time on top with some pass attempts. He got the 2 for the knee on belly. So now I kind of have just a few minutes to work, and I have to either look to sweep or submit, and that's going to be tough. You can see me get a hand in the collar there, but I think I realized after the first cross choke attempt that probably wasn't going to cut it. So I jumped a triangle, get the triangle threatened here. But Orlando had such good submission defense that he didn't really seem to care a whole lot about initially getting attacked with submission, and he was just trying to use that to pass. And especially as a smaller person on a much bigger opponent, you better have a really, really good triangle and a lot of confidence in it if you're going to attack it on a much bigger person, because it can just end horrifically in a stack pass for them. But one thing I've always been quite proud of is my guard retention here. It's quite difficult for Orlando to pass my guard. See how I was able to bring that other leg over. It's often the top leg that's going to help you make the guard recovery when the guy's trying to pass to one side or the other. See, I was able to recover the position there, but Orlando still scored an advantage. An advantage is basically like an almost point. If points are tied, it will go to advantage points. But not many tournaments around locally in the Maritimes use advantages. It's mostly international competition. Briefly tried to go to spider guard there. I think I threw an arm drag at Orlando. I was really just trying everything that I had in my toolbox, but I just couldn't really do anything to disrupt his base enough to really score a sweep. And I think I slowly run out of time here going for the cross choke. And that's it. Orlando wins that one on points. Like I said, I mean, when you're just blue belts, like you're really, you don't really think you're necessarily going to become anything, but it's cool to see how far Orlando has come. He's really a top-level international competitor. And looks like now he's even Action Bronson's jiu-jitsu coach. So that's awesome. I'd love to see him again around, and good luck to Action Bronson on his jiu-jitsu journey.